Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the DAX this morning? Okie dokie. So after that red bar, I was expecting us to move back down to the bottom and get us another entry long, but obviously that didn't play out. So this was pretty much just a one bar pullback, as we would refer to it as a one bar pullback in a bull trend. So this is a little bull trend that we're in at the moment. And the question now is, what exactly is going to happen? Are we going to have the measured move play out? And we're going to pick that up right now. Let's just get rid of all the noise. So the measured move here is goodness. We'll get it now. Come on, man. Okay, now we'll get it. There we go. Right, so this measured move, it pretty much targets the 4-hour 200 moving average, okay, which is right over there. And if you look to the left, you'll see it also targets a previous breakout, and you can actually just add another line on this tail over here. Okay, so that is a zone that we are targeting right now. Now, the other thing that I just want to point out here is we are at a fairly critical point. So I can either put it in there, but I think this is the level that we're more interested in. So shoulder, head, shoulder, or alternatively cup and handle. Okay, so corresponds with the diversions here. See, there's diversions there, and then it also corresponds with this continuation diversions here, which was starting to form yesterday, but I think that has now been verified. So this continuation here is indicating a move to the upside. So what we're looking for here, and I'm going to just put another measured move in, because the break of that takes us up to there. Okay, so basically challenging the top of this pin bar and this swing low here. And then also you can see how price interacts at this level. So let's just get down to lower levels and we'll pick up what those levels are. So what we're saying right now is that we've had a breakout of this consolidation phase. The last 3 days we've been consolidating. Yesterday was pretty up and down, violently up, violently down, and then violently up again. So for all intents and purposes, you could argue that we're still consolidating, but I think this is kind of typical of a consolidation breakout. So we've consolidated, broken out of the consolidation, came back to test the break, and back up again. So what I'm looking for is I'm still looking for longs, and I'm looking for us to come and target this 12,300 zone. Okay, so from where we are right now, that is a good 140 point trade. Nothing wrong with that. Whether it happens, and you can see this was 90 points up, 90 points down, 90 points up. So whether it happens today or tomorrow, not really relevant, because what we're looking for is this to continue. Okay, so I am definitely still looking for longs. Now, this pattern that you see here, you've got a red bar onto a level and then immediately the buyer stepped in. Okay, so you can see that right off the 200 moving average. Did we close this gap? I don't even think we closed this gap. Well, okay, we did. Technically, we kind of closed it, but for me, a close is down the bottom here. Okay, at 12,050. So yeah, but if you leave with those two lines, you can see that was the consolidation over 1, 2, 3 days. We broke through, came back into it, and then broke back out of it. So the breakout was after hours for the DAX, which is fine. We do have a bit of diversions here, and we also have, or do we? I suppose we've kind of got a double top here, and price is also at a double top. So nothing really to write home about there. So for me, I'm definitely looking for longs. The question is just from where. Okay, so obviously we'd like to see some kind of a pullback. What I do like to do is just watch this percentage R here, because when it does pull back into below the 80 zone here, or below the minus 80, sorry, that's normally a great opportunity to get long. You can see every time it steps below there, we rally. Okay, and I'm on the 12-minute chart, and you can see it's pretty clear that this is what happens. Okay, so yeah, you can see this gap is still open. See, there it is. So you see how they're ambushed. I've got a video on gaps as well, but you can see how that is the ambush zone there. So that was the first level where the buyers stepped in, and they step in there ignoring the gap completely, because there would be people that would be trading for this gap close, and you can see that get really excited, and mainly be retail traders that would be trading for the gap. So they would have been in short trading, holding for the gap, and then all of a sudden we get this massive pullback, and then stops would have got triggered. Okay, so that's why I don't really trade for the gaps unless it's like this level's been tagged. Now we do start moving back to the downside, then I would put the gap in as my target, because this level's been tagged. So it's always the first swing low, we buy a step in, and then the gap close. Okay, but anyway, I've got a full video on that. So just search through the feed, you'll find it. For me today, we are definitely still looking for longs, and the question is from where. So I'd like to see some kind of a pullback, and you've got to bear in mind that we do have a potential double top here, and oscillators are all in oversold territory, or overbought territory, sorry. So I would expect a bit of a pullback, and the most logical place to pull back to is going to be 12,130. Okay, or between 12,130 and 12,1, so 12,136, and just pick it up over there, which is 12,130. So that is pretty much 12,136 to 12,130. That is a zone that I would like to see a pullback into, and then an opportunity to get long again. Okay, so that's kind of my take on this at the moment. The day before yesterday was a bit concerning because it looked like it was starting to roll over. But yeah, that held quite nicely, so trend is still up. We're looking for longs now. And obviously this 200 moving average on the hour is critical. We've broken through, broken back down. I really would expect another retest of this break. So I'd expect us to come back, consolidate here at 12,130, and then move to the upside. Okay, and don't be too surprised if we move all the way down to test the bottom of this range. That's also possible. But for now, I'll take it off for 12 minutes, and we're going to watch the oscillators here. The trend is still up, so long as we're above the zero here on the awesome oscillator, trend is up. So we're above the zero, and we're above the alligator, trend is up. And if we can get this oscillator down below the minus 80, that would be an area to watch, so long as it lines up with a level. So in other words, oscillators below minus 80 and price is sitting on a level, that would be opportunity to get in long. Okay, so yep, same as the Dow for me today, looking for longs, and I'm really, for the DAX, I want to get rid of the noise. For the DAX, I am actually anticipating a breakthrough this level that we are at, and you can see this is where price has been struggling. Okay, so we've found support here, now we're testing this break. So I am anticipating a move back to the upside. Okay, and just the other thing to point out with the Williams percentage R, you can see whenever we below the minus 80 on the daily is consolidation, and we start moving to the upside. You can see that? Okay, so it's always a pretty safe bet on the daily when you're at a level and you're below here. It's always a good opportunity to get in long, even if it's with a small position with a wide stop, because you can anticipate the move. Okay, so yep, that's kind of my take on this at the moment. I am expecting us to break above this level, and then the break up, and then we want to find support at 12,160. If we can find support at 12,160 on the daily level, then that's going to give me some fairly good confidence that we are going to start targeting these swing highs here. Okay, but that's my take on the Dow Jones, on the DAX for today. It's definitely looking for longs, and the only question is from where. So watch price action. I would like to see a bit of a pullback, and then we can get in long. If we do pull back and close this gap here, in other words, come all the way back down to the bottom of this consolidation range, that would be another area for me to be long. Okay. So in other words, I'm not looking for shorts at the moment. I'm really just looking for longs. Anyway, guys, that's my take for today. I hope it helps, and enjoy the day. I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.